This is Dave from Jungle Rot.
This is Geoff from Jungle Rot, and you're listening to Brutally Delicious Metal.
Perfect. Old school.
1, 2, 3, 4. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast. The Brutally Delicious Podcast.
It's cutting into your set time now.
Yes, it's cutting it right.
I'm kidding.
You got the hour-long clock. So let's talk about Jungle Rot. New album.
Yeah, great. I love it.
What's been the response?
I think pretty powerful. I think you know what you're getting with Jungle Rot. You know?
Well, I definitely agree. There's no punches pulled. I mean, it's
like
Jungle Rot.
Like I've always said with Jungle Rot, when you see us live, I think people take something home with them. You leave with an experience, and you wake up in the morning, like I've always said, and you hear them rhythms in the head, and that's what we're about. Penetrating.
So don't take this the wrong way. I mean, Jungle Rot's not for everybody. My wife, who you'll probably meet later,
Let's get out of here.
does not get it at all.
Well, you're nailing the dot. Some people don't get it.
Not even for a second. I mean, I saw you guys announce. I'm like, holy fuck! I'm gonna see Jungle Rot again.
Is there any band that has captured the entire?
No, I don't think there's anybody.
That doesn't exist.
That's the beauty of music.
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
It's not
check, check what you like.
Even Michael Jackson, there was people out there that hated him.
Right.
Sure,
So you guys are on tour or did some shows, and then I see you going to Australia or New Zealand. Is that right?
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing that in June.
Have you done that already, or is that a first time?
Yeah, no, we haven't been there yet.
Because I remember talking to you in 2015, and you had pretty much been localized state-wise or Eastern. So now you're expanding over there. What's that gonna like? What's that gonna be like?
Yeah, we hope good for the first time there.
It's just exciting to find out what you spent your whole life doing. New territory like that. Let's see what's going on. I mean, we must have made an impression there. So,
yeah, we've been asking for a while to get us over there, and I think hopefully the timing's right. Yeah.
What do you think? Are you concerned about the touring industry or playing in the environment we're living in now? It's
getting harder and harder, man. I think everybody knows that. I mean, I'm kind of scared about it, because as a band, we barely make any money already, and with inflation and everything up, it's making it very impossible for anybody to tour right now. But I think less is better right now, for us. I mean, we're figuring that out, like 2-week runs, 17 shows instead of trying to do 30, keep the overhead down a little lower, get home and, not stress out for, renting stuff for 30 days at a time. That's, the overhead's just getting crazy right now.
Gas, everything, I guess. Yeah, right.
That's where, we noticed it first, but I can't say that in 2014, 2015, gas was $4 a gallon too. But it's the other things that are more expensive. I mean, just food, hotels,
When we did our last U.S. tour, we hit it at the top of the peak, man.
Oh.
We were paying $6 a gallon.
What was the highest we saw?
We went right in the middle of that June when the gas spiked to everything.
We see $8.58 a gallon in Hollywood or something. It was
really?
It was like the highest gas price I've ever seen on a sign in my life. So that's part of it too. Some bands luck out and they go on tour when gas drops. You can save thousands.
I think on that tour we figured out we spent almost like $2,500 to $3,000 more in gas.
Wow.
That's how much. It was crazy. And the best thing about that though is we ended up doing pretty good on that tour. We made some money, man. Said and done.
Yeah. So you weren't negative.
We were very positive, man.
We wouldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, we did really good. We came on there, and the merch was selling great. That's the main thing.
Right.
I think the people at that time when that gas was that high, I think they knew and they were supporting, just to keep us going, and we really appreciate that.
11 albums in how many years? 20 something?
Yeah, it'll be 30.
It'll be 94, so it'll be 20 or 30 for you.
So coming up on 30, you ever imagine you'd still be doing this?
No. My saying today is careful what you wish for.
Right.
Because dreams do come true, then what?
So like a Jungle Rot show then is going to be all ages, right? I mean, it's going to be kids, because I've seen all the way up to people older than us. That's got to be pretty cool, right? A multi-generational thing.
Yeah, we're seeing the third generation come now. That's what it would be. We remember seeing the second generation, and now we're in the third generation. It's really cool.
Right. Yep.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, who would have thought though?
It's just like I'm proud of the kids. They're out there. I mean, it's not just us. I mean, you can go see we toured with Destruction, and you see a young group there. I mean, how do you guys even know this band? They're from the 80s.
Well, it
right?
comes from their dad.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
grandparents.
absolutely.
I'm saying that their
That's what I'm
grandparents.
saying. Yeah, and exactly. They hear it, and then it's the third
You're
generation.
16 years old. You know every word of these songs.
But I don't think you
How?
see that in any other genre, right? It's
No.
kind of very metal
I
specific,
couldn't
maybe.
tell you if the jazz,
Right?
For
I don't.
sure.
Yeah, I don't think you're
Genre,
going to
I
see
don't know
like
it.
multi-generational jazz
Sure,
and everybody
I bet
singing
you
the
there's
lyrics.
16-year-old kids that can sing every Desi Gillespie solo on trumpet.
You think on a level like this, though? I don't.
Yeah, I'd be surprised, man. Music's.
I'm going with Dave. I don't think so.
It's a big family here, and we're going to
It
keep it
is.
going
Metal is
forever.
pretty good
That's
that
what it's
way.
all about, man. It's just,
And there's nothing like it anywhere.
yeah, there's no judgment. It's just, it's just a family.
That's the other thing too. Yeah. So you mentioned Destruction. How did you get? Is that how you got Schmier to play on the or sing on the record?
That's exactly. We were doing a tour at that time, and he started sending guest spoken on that tour. I was doing Invincible Force because we did a cover years ago, and he heard it and he loved it. Best cover ever, Destruction, best cover ever.
Right.
And I started doing it, and just going up there, and we started clashing our vocals, and at the same time we were writing that album, and that's why that self-titled album, man, I think is still one of the best we've ever done. I mean, you could see a lot of thrash because we were out with Warbringer and Destruction, so it was,
Self-titled. That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Awesome.
I think it had a lot to do with that, being out with Schmier, and like I said, Warbringer as well. There was a lot of thrash and writing right at the same time, and that album came out like that. It was magic, and,
Yeah.
and then we were writing that song. I remember telling Schmier, I got this perfect song for you, man. It'd be so cool, and he jumped right on.
No
it, man.
hesitation?
Yeah, jumped right on. He really did a professional job, man.
Right.
I mean,
It is fun to listen.
he is a true pro, man. Schmier. I mean,
Are you guys always writing? Are you working on new
I'm
stuff?
constantly always picking up the guitar and writing, yeah. I'm one of those guys that pick up my phone and there's probably 150 changes on there, just constantly putting them on the phone and playing them back and listening, and then the ones that stick to your mind you grab,
So when you're writing, are you writing like, especially this kind of music, are you writing with the live setting in mind, like how those punches are going to come
always
across
how I
live,
think, man.
or is it?
Funny you bring
Funny
that
you bring
up.
that up.
Oh, really?
Because he knows.
Absolutely. We have too many songs. Like we need to have a song that maybe caters more to a festival setting and try to make those good, with the chants.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, right?
Yeah, definitely. You think about that. I mean, it's not that it becomes the core direction of a song, but you definitely say, let's try to add these elements to at least a couple of our songs, and they always seem to come out for us. So.
I've always said, too, when I write a song, I always think of the person that's never seen us before. We
Like
see
you
it
said
night
earlier,
after night.
you want them to walk away from the stage and remember a melody or a riff or something, not have technical debt that sounds like ATVs.
Right.
But we see it every night, though. People come in and never seen us, and we'll stand there, and before you know it, they're bobbing their head, tapping their
I don't
foot.
think there's any other choice to write, because it's sort of got. I mean, it's, as you know, it's balls out heavy, but it's also super groovy, and I think that's what
we stand
sucks
for.
everybody in, right?
Death groove with attitude, and that's what people don't get. It's either you want your blast and you want your whatever it is, or you want your in the pocket groove.
I mean, so how do you not turn on like Paralyzed Prey and get totally
There
fucking
has to be
sucked
some of
in?
these bands holding this tech movement down a little bit. I feel like we're like weighing it down and kind of be like, okay, that's awesome.
Well,
that you're doing that. It sounds amazing. Don't get me wrong.
No. I 100% agree, but
But there's got to be some kind of
Old school death metal is
raw,
thrown around.
primal side of it that
so
we hang on.
no names at all. But I'll go see a band, and like you said, they're like, it's almost boring.
I mean, if you know the songs, they're fun.
Right,
You
but
know,
if you're an outsider, it's.
If it's
I'm
your
glad
first
you can
time seeing
shred
a
and you're a
band,
Berkeley guy, and
I've
that's
always said
awesome.
that,
But
man.
however,
I
the
love
groove.
those bands. I love those bands, and it's almost like they play for themselves, almost like a
Yes.
selfish thing. We're playing for the crowd. That's the difference, man. And then you see that in bands. There's
But you
certain,
see
like,
the ones that do it
Urban-
right
Yeah.
too, though. I mean, there's bands that incorporate. Ginger, for example, they're very techy, but then yet they they write these amazing songs that cater to like a festival setting. So there's bands that are doing it right, but I mean, they're doing what they love, so I'm not going to knock anybody.
No.
But,
Right.
I don't mean to sound like I'm knocking anybody, but
It sounds like it.
yeah, well, whatever. No.
But no, I definitely agree. The groove is what sucks
I'm
me,
glad
and you
feel
nailed
that.
it.
We're
Oh,
like I
absolutely.
say, we want to be that other end of the spectrum.
Nobody's doing what we do either. I mean,
No,
that's should say something in itself.
because you could put on a jungle rot record, and it sounds, you're right, like nothing else.
That is great to have an identity. It does feel
And you
good.
either get it or
Something
you
that we're
don't.
Proud of.
That's it.
Right? 'Cause, like, just like I said, I get it. My son gets it because he grew up on like Paralyzed Prey and all those. But my wife is like, "What the fuck are you doing? What is that?"
We get it, man. We go through that all the time, but we like that, man. We've always said, man, we're the best kept secret. and with the icing on the cake on a tour. You know, because you put a tour out, you have, say, 4 or 5 band packages, and they're all the same.
Right.
And you put us on there, new favorite band.
I've only had the chance to see you guys. That's
Get right to
by
the
the way.
point. New favorite band.
I've only had the chance to see the one time, and it was a short set, I guess, at Mayhem, right? Mayhem.
Very short set at Mayhem, 2015 as well. Same year we did the cruise last time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't on that cruise that year, but I saw you in Mayhem in Northern Virginia, whatever. In fact, we chatted in the parking lot under those stupid tents in the 100 million degree heat.
That's where our drummer got lost in the bushes or something, or his merch guy. Was that one?
I think it was. We didn't
our
find
merch
him,
guy got
didn't
lost
find him until 6 in the morning.
in
And
the
had
bushes.
7-hour drive or
different
something.
story. Another story for another day.
That's it. So, what do you guys have after this cruise? So you're back on the road again, or you?
We're gonna just regroup and get ready to get out in the spring. I'm done with my work pretty soon in April, and then we're hoping we're having a good summer. We got Europe coming up, some good festivals in Europe.
Oh, you're doing the European
Yeah.
festivals as well?
You got some good ones there.
Have you done those before?
Oh yeah. We're doing. We got a good festival run in June.
We still have the dream ones we want to do.
Oh yeah.
You know, grass pop.
I think that's what keeps
Yeah.
us going the most. We still have some notches on our belt we want to get. You know.
It's kind of crazy how far this weird subgenre of extreme music got you, right? Or can get you.
I mean, for me, I'm just surreal, man. I can see myself in the old record stores, like
Right.
going through.
Right.
the
Always a
albums.
fan.
And here I am, like you said, Schmier singing on the album,
Right.
Max singing on whatever else. Who would have thought? You know,
Right.
that's that's the reward for me in itself, right?
Right,
there.
and I do these things, and it's a good side thing. I have my own gig as well, but it gets me. Here I am floating in the Caribbean talking to you guys, so
Yeah.
that's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope that wasn't too bad.
No.
No, it's right.